Welcome to a special episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to hitting the wall. Today's conversation is a really simple one. What does it actually take for you to actually have a spouse? Because some women are out here looking for love, some women are looking for business partners, and some women are actually looking for a companion. The question is, which one of those categories do you fit? I have two clips that I want you guys to see, so let's get into it. Before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal. So here we go. Let's see if there's a difference, or let's see what the differences are between these two women. Here we go.
What's your age?
27.
Are you single?
Yes.
What problems do you run into when it comes on to dating men now?
They aren't traditional enough.
You want a man who's gonna sweep you off your feet, pay for everything, lead, and make more money than you.
Definitely make more money than me.
Well, why wouldn't it work if you were the breadwinner instead of him?
Because why would I trust a man to lead if he can't make more money than me?
You don't think a man could lead
No.
without making more?
No. If you're not, no, I don't think so at all. I feel like your potential and your capabilities should be stronger and better than mine in terms of the business world, especially when we live in a world where like men take leadership in every aspect. I think that if you can't take leadership in financials and in stability, then you're not it.
Now, you know what? I agree with what this woman is saying, but do you guys understand the problem? The problem is we're living in a world of equality and non-traditionalism, meaning we're living in a modern time. This is a new time. Question: do you think she's the team player, or do you think that she's a traditional woman? You can kind of tell by how she's dressed. But anyway, let's continue.
So you think it's more than natural to want the guy who's better than you in A, B, C, X, Y, and Z areas?
Yes, men were born to be hunters and providers, and I still stick to that belief.
What's your-
Okay, this sounds great, right? I mean, she wants a man to be better than her in every single aspect. But my question is, do you think that she would listen to you? Do you think that she would be a good team player? Do you think that she's gonna be the one to make sure that everything at home is taken care of? In fact, do you think that if you got into a relationship with her, that she would maintain her attractiveness? Because I've seen women get comfortable and let themselves go, but somehow when they're single, they make sure to keep themselves all nice and tight and petite. But when you get with them, things change.
Babe, if you miss this, I'm gonna divorce you.
Now, let's get into the second clip so we can actually compare the two and see what the similarities are and what the differences are, because this is something that affects you as a man dating women. So let's get to it. Here we go.
The longer you stay single, the more requirements that you have, because you get so comfortable being by
I
yourself.
was single for almost 4 years, but I would always lie to people and be like, I feel like if people hear more than 3 years, they're like, okay, what's wrong with you?
I feel like
If she's willing to lie to you about how long she's been single, what else is she willing to lie about? I mean, think about that. When somebody says what's wrong with her, think about what she just said. She'll start the relationship off. She'll start the interaction off by lying. So that makes me always ask this question. Do you think she's telling you the truth, or do you think she's telling you how she feels? It's two different things. Let's continue.
that should be okay. You were single for that period of time. That means you're comfortable being by yourself. So any person that you do decide to settle with is like, okay, that's definitely your person,
For
right?
sure.
Do you feel like you had a laundry list, like it kept growing of like the things that you wanted out of someone?
Yes, like I definitely, yes, had a long list, but I also believed in like my non-negotiables, which was
Okay,
like
yeah.
4 or 5 things. And I
Yeah.
knew that like I'm not going to get everything out of somebody, and I just have to like pick what's of importance to me and then just focus on that. Cause I think there's a lot of times we have this list and
A non-negotiable is like what you will not deal with, right? Like that list should be much shorter than the list of things that you want, because these are the things that you cannot, will not, do not want to deal with. Men are happy to settle for 40 to 60% of what we have on our list. Women are unsatisfied with receiving 80 to 90% because they feel like they should have it all. That's a similarity. Let's continue.
We're not able to like budge on anything, and that's how I feel like you're gonna end up single forever.
The longer
You know what? I actually agree a lot with what this woman is saying. First of all, the longer you are single, the more your relationship skills start to atrophy, because you get used to not having to deal with someone else's BS.
Just a reminder that I am missing my partner next to me where I can.
So the BS stands out immediately as soon as you're dealing with someone. Now, here's the issue with that. No one is perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. Now, the crazy thing is women are not satisfied. You know what? Let me say it this way. Men are happy and excited if they get 40 to 60% of what we have on our list. Meanwhile, women are not happy. In fact, women are completely unsatisfied if they get 80% of the things that are on their list. Now, the reason why this sucks is because, again, you will not get 100% of what you're looking for. Now, you can get a lot of what you're looking for, but again, you must ask yourself this important question. Are you looking for love, a companion, or a business partner? Now, when listening to these women, I didn't really hear love. I heard in the second clip that they were talking about finding your person. But when I hear women say that, it sounds like they're looking for a fantasy, right? Like they're not looking for reality. They're not looking for a real person. They're looking for something that they have made up in their mind and their imagination. The only issue, or the biggest issue with that, is it's never changing, right? It's in constant movement, meaning she's happy with that list today, but in 2 days, 3 days, a year, 2 years, it could absolutely change. And the things that she had on it could absolutely change. Here's the messed up part about both of these situations. If the woman were actually interested in the guy and the guy were interested in her, they would be breaking all types of rules. These lists that women have made, it wouldn't even matter. Here's why I say that. Women break up with the bad guy, but they divorce the good guy. Now, you got to figure out where you are and who you are, which category you fall into. In fact, you got to really listen to women in today's time, because in the first clip, we heard the woman talking about she wants a man that makes more money than her, and that a man should be better than her in every single aspect. And trust me, I agree with her. But here's the issue. We're dealing with equality now. There are women who make way more money than men. Some men. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because when you come across doctors, therapists, lawyers, people that work in tech, women that work in tech, nurses, CEOs, and even OF girls. When you come across these type of women, they're used to money and they're used to a certain lifestyle. So in order for you to be able to keep up that lifestyle, you will have to make a certain amount of money. Here's the biggest issue. There is a small fraction of guys who make that money. Now, I was having this conversation with my dad, and he was like, well, you know, your content is kind of the same. And I said, well, here's the reason why. The reason why I make this content is so men can clearly see what's going on. I don't know if you guys heard it. Let me know down in the comments if you did. But I didn't hear either one of these women really talking about love. What I constantly hear men talking about is finding a woman that loves me for me. Right? That's what I constantly hear. So we're already on different pages, because what women are looking for is a man who can financially take care of her, whereas the man is looking for a woman who's going to actually love him for who he is. So once again, we're on different pages. Now, when it comes to these two women, we see the similarities. The similarities are they both are experiencing dater's fatigue. The only difference is one is still fighting the good fight while the other one is kind of fizzling out. Again, if a woman is willing to start off her interaction by lying to you, what else will this woman lie to you about? This is why in a lot of my videos, I constantly ask, is this woman telling you the truth, or is she telling you how she feels? The reason I ask that is because if you've been single for 4 years, you've been single for 4 years. Now, is there something wrong with you? Absolutely. But if you can fix yourself, and if you can get into a relationship and make it flourish and, expand and get better and help the man and edify the man and get the man to a position where you can be proud of what he's making or proud of what he's doing, yeah, now you've created the life that you actually want. Whereas we see the woman in the first clip who wants a ready-made man. She wants a man that's already has already figured out what he wants in this life. At first I was gonna say she want a man that's at the finish line, and I don't doubt that she doesn't want a man that's at the finish line, but she definitely wants a man who's already in motion, who's already running his race and winning that race. Now, for the majority of men, we're still trying to figure out what race we're going to get into. Then we got to figure out how to run the race. Then we got to get in the race. And then we have to run that race until we see the finish line. And then sometimes you got to jump into another race. What I'm saying is, it's much harder for men in this day and time. I'm not telling you to feel sorry for yourself. What I'm telling you is figure out how you want to live, see what's actually going on, and then decide what you want in your life. Because we all think about abundance, and abundance means something different to us, just like love is starting to look and sound much different. Again, we have love and sex versus money and stability. Now, I will tell you this: men need women and women need men, but it's hard for us to work together because of what we're looking at on social media. I myself have this same problem where I'm looking at certain women on Instagram and I'm like, oh my gosh, dang, this woman is, oh my God. And then I have to start to look a little bit closer, like, wait a minute. Let me see her when she's not camera ready. Let me see her when she has no makeup on. The reason why men like myself and others do this is because we're level setting, meaning when you use the filters and the makeup and the lashes and hair that doesn't belong to you, or hair that came from someone else, whether it was bought, donated, or you got your hands on it and you put it on your head in some type of way.
But your life does not. Oh my God.
It changes the way you look. And we all understand that, because as men, what we value is what you look like. Then your personality. After that, how you treat me. And after that, what are your accomplishments? What is it that you're actually doing with your life? Now, for both of these women, they're experiencing dater's fatigue, but one of them sounds like she's over it. It sounds like she's ready to settle. Here's the crazy thing. We all have to settle. At some point in time, if you want to be in a relationship, you're going to have to settle. But in our minds, men and women, the way we look at settling is completely different. That's why we're talking about being single for so long. The longer you're single, the harder it is for you to actually settle. And what'll end up happening is you'll end up in a vulnerable state, and you'll just choose somebody because they're there, because it's convenient, not because of anything that you have on your list. In fact, talking about a list, I want y'all to think about something. A non-negotiable is something that you will not deal with? How many non-negotiables did this woman actually have? Because the messed up part is the men that she couldn't keep, the men that she was dating, I don't believe either one of these women are virgins. In fact, the mentality that I take is that the majority of women have a higher body count than me. That's just how I think about it, because if you think that that woman is pure and honest and truthful, your heart is going to be broken. Your world is going to be destroyed. But the remedy, the solution to it is allowing that woman to prove to you that she is the one. If you take that fight away from her, you will regret it, fellas. This is why here on my channel, I say men need women and women need men. In fact, what you have to do is reinvent yourself. Even if you do have a list, whether it's a laundry list of things you want versus a laundry list of your non-negotiables. I'm not going to tell you not to have non-negotiables, because those non-negotiables may save your life. They may save your bank account. They may save your sanity. They may save your freedom. So having non-negotiables is important, right? You just have to figure out what non-negotiables put your life in jeopardy versus make your life uncomfortable, and then figure out how you want to deal with those situations. Outside of that, improve your mind, your body, and your finances. Read, meditate, exercise. Most importantly, invest. For me personally, right? Because I keep saying invest, so I'm gonna say find some stock, find a stock that you are interested in investing in, and make sure it's something that you want to invest in for 20 to 25 years, maybe even 30 years. I hear a lot of financial people talking about investing in a particular stock for 30 years. So that's the difference between investing and gambling. But you know what? I got a question for you, because we're talking about being single for a long time. What do you think? Comment your thoughts under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.